September. How's that sound? Actually, hold on, wait. Maybe the week after. I think IDOC and I are going somewhere that week. Hold on. But September, right? We'll do boot camp in September. It's that time of the year. Every quarter we do boot camp, right? Question is, how are we going to do this? Should I pop some micro long at MHP? Every single time MHP, even though it does say resistance, I can still trade it small.
Dependendo de como ele pôs na primeira.
Well,
você vai ter que fazer a segunda.
first of all, we're going to do a little
Se ele
giveaway
errar tudo a
for
segunda,
now.
tá bom. Se ele errar a segunda, alguma da segunda, ele vai ter que fazer a terceira. Senta. Ela minha irmã trabalhando e lá, senta aqui também.
Type in booty for boot camp. It's a 20-day class. Every single day is a class for 20 straight days. We go over trend identification strategies, how to find volume pivots, risk and position management, position sizing techniques, the most important part, and then how to market avoidance strategies, how to sit out and know when to sit out. And then there's a prop firm masterclass at the end of it, how tricks to beat prop firms, like tricks, ways to get payouts, things like that. Good stuff. So we're gonna give away. So if you don't win, I'll type in booty real quick. If you don't win, it's okay. It's only $1 a class. It's $20 to take all of them. That's it. $1 a class. We don't charge for education here to a degree that your gurus of the planet will. The definition of a successful trader that doesn't need to make money nickeling and diming their own audience. I don't do mentoring. I don't do one-on-one coaching. I could. I just don't need a day job. I'm a wealthy businessman and trader. Last thing I ever want to do is make for a living. So I don't understand people out there that think, oh, this guy wants to sell me a $5,000 trading course. He definitely wants to help. Oh, he definitely wants to pay his Mercedes payments. Like, you know, at the end of the day, I do one boot camp every quarter where it's a group class and 2,000-3,000 people come to it. Type in booty, not booty camp, just booty today, just booty on its own. Booty. You can read all the reviews. We've been doing it for a couple years of everybody it's taken. Rockster is the only service that found only has someone Mac can explain the market and many other moving parts. Interactive, but also provides data that's useful. Basically be throwing darts at a dartboard if it wasn't for stumbling upon these guys. Best platform for day traders. That enjoyed it. Takes a lot of very complicated market presents some very clean visuals. Blah blah blah. It's been a game changer for main day and swing trading. It's amazing for new experienced traders alike. Change the word, it doesn't pass. Oh, okay, all right, guys. All right, booty camp. Let's redo it. Thank you for letting me know there. Oh, so booty isn't working? It's a cuss word? Oh my god.
Vamos
Okay,
ver a
let's
frase
double
que
check the
tá
market
escrito.
here.
She had met today. Ela tá vendo hoje. Como é que pode ser passado?
Well, I keep having this feeling that there's like always gonna be that day the market's gonna flush out. Anyways, you can just read all the reviews here. It's a game changer for my futures trading, somebody said.
Tá vendo? Tá vendo que você tá estudando reves aí? Então,
excellent distilling down the class content, a lot of emphasis on strategy around the
ela, alguma coisa, met today. Hoje, o que a gente usa para ela?
Focus on the teaching the mechanics of trading, taxes and fees, information about CME Group is very
Você vai
useful.
escrever embaixo que
yeah, you can, like I said, you can just read the reviews. I mean, there's like endless reviews. The best day trading course, wow, from T6.
Faz uma letra bonita, menino.
I've taken a lot over the years. I've always seen the options market as some secret information that can be used to trade stocks and futures. Never found it until now. I was able to map teaching Roxy away. Used to short a lot because thought the elevator down was faster than stairs up. Now I'm convinced to be long most of the time. The good stuff. Anyways, this 1,000 out of 10. Somebody
já
said
viu que aqui
yesterday.
Yesterday é passado.
Well, thank you. So, here's another person who's already profitable before coming here, but had a good amount of experience as a trader. So they thought there was much else to learn. They helped understand the market better, improve your strategy, skyrocket your gains. The bootcamp is a wealth of information. Having Matt here answer my questions prior to this, let Matt build something very special. Thank you very much for that. not only the platform, but the community as well. He's very passionate about the program, the work, very thankful, positive impact it's had on me and my training career. I can't recommend it enough. Thank you, Ironbug, man. Very cool. Like, I love hearing what you guys have to say about it. I think it really helps that the class is $20 for all of them, you know, for most people. But we actually give away about 1,000 seats for free, which is kind of even funny. It was my sort of testament to kind of like being a fuck you to the Tories and fucking caps in the industry. These kids that charge you $5,000, $10,000. I don't know if he has a class. I'm just think he does.
Ok, e essa é uma boa.
Mentor. I'll mentor you. I'll make you a good trader. I'll help you. And you know, God bless them. Everybody has a right to go out and get a job, but I think successful traders
uma pergunta, não é?
You know, stopping by your multi-million-dollar gig to train some newbie, to mentor some newbie.
O RED no passado também, você tem que usar ele
Michael Jordan
no
was going
verbo
to
dele
elementary
só.
school and teach people how to dribble basketball in his spare time for $5,000 a kid. You know, it's like,
que vai acontecer com aquele RED ali?
I'll do a boot camp for a group once a quarter. That's about as much work as I'll do. And it's only $20 because your money's better off in your hands.
Né? Então, você está fazendo uma pergunta, por isso você pôs o D. Quando você usa o auxiliar, que é o did, do,
all right, guys.
pode usar o verbo também no passado. Você tem que usar ele na forma original dele. Então, o que está acontecendo com essa frase é que você tem que usar o have para poder fazer. Se não fosse uma pergunta, aí você poderia usar ele. You met here yesterday. Está perguntando? Então não pode ser o verbo no passado, tem que ser o verbo na forma. Você entendeu isso ou não? Você sabe isso ou não?
It's a good place to start. So if you guys don't win, I'm going to draw your names. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We'll do a little giveaway. And we'll do some prop giveaways as well. We do prop giveaways every single day. We do more prop giveaways here than any other 2 streams combined. We are, of the YouTube streamers, the most connected, the most affiliates, the most giveaways, the biggest prop affiliate in the world of YouTube. The biggest. We're like the 3rd biggest streamer, I think, but we're the biggest affiliate by a long shot. Choose 30 random names from this list. And we do all kind of fun stuff here to help you guys navigate yourself through the prop industry. Including teaching you how to beat it, this is kind of like, the bootcamp is a good start if you've never been to a trading class before. It's a series of classes, and it's designed to teach you position management tricks that'll help you survive the prop space. If your name is here, Kairos, Lazy, I'm going to read it once, just go back if you wonder if your name is, just rewatch it. Kairos Trades, Lazy, Saitama, Silene Girl, Liquidated Dave. Liquidated Dave, like the song. I love it. Zoe Worley, Phantom Trader, Wick Ross. That's great. Sully Trader, the Wookie Cookie. Indigo Trades, Jackie Long, that's a funny name say. Mr. Pack, Demon Time, Charts and Trails, CC Trading, Big Yoshi, Andrew Kim, Sloppyheimer. Like Oppenheimer. Gabe Ortiz, Tay Way, Profit Curious Trader, Rooski Pookski, Sundance Kid, Visual Guru, Ram Jam Family, Tech Ops Trader, Mr. Blue, Ceremony, Bearable, Bear Markets and Dragon Fire, and a Partridge and a Pear Tree. That was a lot to read. Oh my gosh. Okay, so all of you guys that have won, what you have to do is go to the Rocket Scooter Discord. It's in the description below the video. The Rocket Scooter, not the prop score. Rocket Scooter is the platform and the teaching and all that stuff. Go there. Go to go to your contest channel. Find Slacks the admin and just let him know your name, and he'll give you the code to sign up for it. If you didn't, then it's only $20. And again, that goes to company overhead, pays Slacks salary there. Should I short one more time? NASDAQ? It's a risky short. Risky. I'll hit it again one more time. Again, risky, and I'll probably give away what I made if I'm wrong. But let me try one more time at the actual resistance there. I haven't touched it in the challenge account. Not yet. Not today. I'm just kind of goofing around. keeping it light. ARB just went negative. Nothing got that much better. Or ARB is slightly. Yeah. Resilience is still negative though. There should be a daily price for some of those names. 100%. Now again, with NASDAQ, if we break through the yellow line, keep going, and then it's just a big update and we miss out on it, or I miss out on it. But the idea is that if it does fall another time, which I don't know, yellow line resist, HP resist with all your resilience is negative. S&P is trying to find lower lows today. S&P clearly has filled its gap and is trading a little bit lower on yesterday. And NASDAQ is still gapping up and trading up, which is interesting. So my thought here is that I can take it's a very strong trade. This one won't just be for gap fill. This one will be for the bigger sort of play. Oh, again, I got a kind of a crummy entry on this one. Well, not crummy, but could have been better. I should have actually jumped in the other shoot, but we'll see what happens. Shorting too much. We are at the VWAP and it's flat on NASDAQ. I had NASDAQ pops and then sells, or it gets a little weird. I like that the S&P is a little bit more downtrendy, which is kind of nice. But let's see if people are still grabbing up. Let's run the semis index real quick and see what it looks like. Yeah, we are still sort of, and it's kind of that same sort of thing. Like the resistance is actually from here. And so if the semis were to do that and then pull, and this does that and then pulls. I hate sometimes this kind of trade, so I have to keep it small enough to be able to absorb any kind of overshoot pop. Like if we're above here, then I'm not gonna take the trade further.
Pode ser idade também.
Na casa
antiga. Yeah, go to the Discord channel, contest, and then find Slacks, and then send him a message. Yeah. Or message the channel and he'll find you.
Só vou
it's 20 recorded videos,
ela brincou ou ela morou nessa casa?
Live, so you'll have me live with you, and I'll go through. It's a big group class. It's a awesome experience. Like we train and shape to think like a trader. And like I like to say, of all the things I've ever done in my life, it's probably the thing I'm most proud of. It's my masterpiece, and how I quickly train somebody to be acclimated to being a trader. And I don't go town to town. Hey guys, major events. Come hang out with me and 7 other wealthers at this convention center. Only $1,500. Hurry now, sign up while the seats are open. There's only 10 seats left. You know what I mean? Like all these fucking. If I ever had an event and you guys came to the event and I charged for the class, it'd also be $1. Come hear me speak. It's only $1. We'll put all the dollars in a bucket and we'll order pizza with it. That's what we'll do. It starts right now. It starts whenever you want to start it. You can watch the videos starting now, and it starts at $20 a month. So your first month is comped. So make sure you cancel after the first month if you don't stick around. But yeah, like if you our Discord is free, if you use any part of indicators or bootcamp or whatever, Discord's open to you.
Era o
So
final
you can think of it as like a $20
Histórias de
Discord
delas,
sub, I
mais
guess, as well.
novinha, ele já
But that
tinha
money goes to pay the overhead,
Do que ela morreu?
just run the company and stuff. That's how they get paid. So, the lives are going to start in middle of September. We always do them once a quarter, but you can start watching the videos today. I recommend you watch 1 video per day and don't skip a day and don't watch 2 per day. Watch 1, soak it up, jump in another. The whole goal is to be immersed and absorbed in it for 20 straight days. Random question, do I like Tony Robbins? I don't have any experience with Tony Robbins other than knowing who he is. I'm not into that kind of stuff, but I know it's really helpful for some people. I'm not into the whole self-help sort of ideologies, even though they are helpful to some people. For me, I have this introspective way of dealing with it. I'm a trained yogi that's also trained in meditation. I've been doing yoga for about 14 years now. I'm also certified to teach. I'm also certified to teach meditation. And so I deal with my shit like that. I fucking go out there and I lift weights till my arms fucking hurt, and then I meditated out in a sweat lodge, get my shit out that way. So like, some people like, that's how you work through your stuff, and it's very helpful for some people. I would say if I was that kind of personality type, I would probably absolutely love Tony Robbins. I think that kind of stuff is helpful with people that are receptive to that kind of thing. For me, I'm not ever receptive to the outside world. When I have shit going on, I'm a withdraw. I dive in and I think like I go here, right? And so that's how I deal with it.
Pode ser o mesmo que brincar. Live você já viu ali no passado.
Tony Robbins, what I know about the little I've seen, is helpful. Like there are people that's like have life-changing moments with that guy. So just be like water and flow. There you go. Yeah, people don't know that about me. I'm a certified Baptiste yoga instructor. I never really taught other than getting my certification. This wasn't like 2013. I went through this like life-changing sort of event where I was like, okay, I want to change some shit in my life, and I want to do a bunch of things to like improve myself. I was writing
French.
At the time. I was doing
Those are the top languages.
Stuff. I got involved in a bunch of charity groups. I was
Korean, number one. Speak other languages. I want to be a streamer, Leslie. I'm looking for streamers who speak other languages. Target languages, Spanish, number one, and then looking for Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Portuguese. Jay and Bolin.
Give me another 40. Okay, I'll take it.
Depois da
This
segunda.
I think goes lower though, but I just when I short, I'm scalping. I'm in and out. I like the way the semis are structured bearish today. And all the stuff you see me doing right now, we teach on the boot camp. $1,500 on the Blue Sky account, minus the 200 loss at the start of the day. I closed out because that's by the way. So there's a bounce point there, but two shorts, that's pretty good. Like I said, remember I told you guys, chasing the short and chasing the long today was gonna kick your ass. So playing the extremes was pretty good. And opening below MHP is always a good short. It's the same trade I made last night, for the most part. But what I was saying, oh yeah, so I was going through this like transformational thing where I was like, all right, I'm in this fitness transformation. This chick I was dating at the time got me into yoga. We went on a freaking Groupon and was like, she had a Groupon. I was like fighting, kicking, and screaming. I was such a broed out dude at the gym. I was like, yoga sounds like it's for sissies. What? And I was like Mr. Meathead those years. I was just like jacked and pumping up. I was like, yoga? I'm like, nah. It's for girls, man. Like, guys don't do that. She's like, let's just try it. It's only gonna be fun. I was like, fine. She's like, it's like $5 for class, you know? It's Groupon. Remember Groupon in 2013 was big? Yeah, so drag me yoga class. I walk in there, it's all ladies at the time. Now it's guys and girls. Now guys have always done yoga, especially in India, but like in American yoga, it was seen as like a girl's workout, like Pilates, kind of seen as a girl's workout. Even though it's not. Any meathead at the gym would be like, oh, it's for girls. Like, why would I do that? I went there, and at the time, it wasn't popular for men to stay to yoga. It was all ladies. Older ladies, younger ladies. Class of ladies, the only dude there. And like I got in there, I was like, oh, you know, again, this is after 3 years of doing class. I was like jacked shape, so I was really good. I was like,
Math and arts today. Não pode ser que ela teve no passado, então a frase tá errada, a frase tá confusa.
He's about to come here, got the handpan. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I get in there, thinking it's gonna be all hokey.
Então, na verdade, você pode colocar falso nessa daí, mas a frase tá errada. Yesterday.
We're gonna hug some trees. So anyways, I was like real naive about it. I was being super bro about it. Get in there.
Para de jeito só, senão eu não consigo ler.
I'm like dizzy, and like 10 minutes in the class, I gotta walk out because I'm about to throw up. That's how bad it was. And like, I'm looking to the left of me, these little old ladies are doing like forearm planks for like 5 minutes and holding up, and I'm like, it was heated. I'm like, okay, and I leave. I had to run out of the class and get some cold air, and I'm sitting out there like fanning myself off. I'm like drenched in sweat. Had no stamina, nothing. Like humbling experience. I was like, but I'm in such good shape. I look so good naked. Like, what the hell? How can I not do this? So anyways, so right now stuck in range. Wait for lower is what I'm doing today. MHP every single time. Long trade on S&P could be the trade. I just have a weird suspicion with the gap down on S&P and trade down with all your odds and ends negative. This might be the day it actually breaks it out. So anyways, like I was dead and I decided I was like, oh, this is humbling. Like, no, and my ego takes over. It's like, no way that, you know, you're gonna be like these little cute old ladies can do it and you can't. You're not in actually good shape, brother.
But then a wizard.
You take your shirt off in front of a mirror, but you're not in shape. And this tells you something. You need to try something. I wasn't doing a lot of cardio. It's like, you need to do something. I was like, fine. So I left. I thought it was gonna be easy. The chick I was dating thought was and it was hard as crap. And so I walk out and I was like, yeah, let me do the membership. I want to do this for a month. Like, I want to at least finish the class. That was my motivation. Having to leave in the middle of it was pretty embarrassing. So I was like, all right, I'll do it for a month. There's no way this is going to get the best of me. And then I left. I signed up for a month. The girl I was dating didn't sign up because that was too hard. And she wasn't athletic at all. It was half the reason we kind of broke up because I was getting super fitness and she was lazy. World of Warcraft. So now I was like, okay, you know, I'm going to do this yoga thing. And I did it. And then I fell in love with it. I was like, okay, it's good. Mind.
Fala pra ela deixar lá na lojinha, lá no Lucasquinho, você pegar lá.
I was like, okay. I took some meditation classes. I was like, man, this is some good stuff. I started realizing I got in really good shape. And then I was like better shape. Then after that I could run, I could bike.
Carol tá com a...
I wasn't out of breath when I'd walk up the stairs, you know? Even though I could
Você vai ser agora à tarde.
Gym, I just had no stamina. So I stuck with it, and then like a couple years later I was doing all this like, you know, internal transformation work where I was trying to figure shit out in my life and try new things to kind of like, you know, I already made a bunch of money trading. I was already, you know, going full time as a trader at that time. And I was like, you know, I made my windfalls shorting oil, and I was like, okay, I got money. What am I
se não der certo, você pode deixar numa das lojas.
Doing charity work, and I started doing yoga, and I was like, man, I'll learn how to teach yoga. Let me go advanced further into this. And so I went through the certification training, which was kind of cool. And a lot of the reason I tell you this story is a lot of what I take from that training was all about shaping you.
Vamos terminar com a precisa terminar o trabalho.
Rewiring how you think. I designed the boot camp around how that yoga training was designed to change how you think about yourself and life. It was such a cool experience. It was an immersive boot camp. It was all day for 10 days. You went there. It was military. If you were late, they would yell and scream at you. They would cuss at you. They may humiliate you in front of the group to get everybody in line. I mean, it was like very cool. And then it was like total immersion where it's all you were immersed in every day. And what it taught people to do was that like there were people that were like afraid to talk in front of a group. At the end of the 10 days, they were talking to everybody, cracking jokes like they didn't have stage fright. There were people that didn't want to be touched because they had some trauma in their lives. They got, you know, molested or something as a child, and there's this weird thing about hugging people, and yoga's a real hug everybody sort of thing. And at the end of the group, they're all hugging each other and off like transformational kind of work. And the thing is that whenever you sweat something out, whenever you're like working out and exhausted, there's a whole thing that you're receptive. Your mind is more receptive to being like, you know, it's kind of like the whole torture is the same philosophy. You beat somebody out to exhaustion. They're just more receptive to give a confession or something because you just want to escape, you know, the feelings. And so in that exhaustion, you're doing like 3 or 4 heated yoga classes a day. You're exhausted as shit, and then they're getting you to work through your shit so that you're more confident when you stand up and talk. And that's the whole thing, was to make you a confident person so you could stand up in front of a group and talk. And that whole boot camp idea was born out of that. It's kind of cool. So anyways, somebody said, do I like Tony Robbins? I'm like, well, I kind of I do that kind of stuff. I don't go to like seminars and have him yell at me, but I remember like the training I had back then. Anyways, can I see my downward dog? I'll show y'all some stuff. anyways, that's my cardio. So now these days I go like once a week. That's my cardio, is do like a Baptiste yoga class. But I go to the regular gym 3 times a week and then mix it up a little bit. Does it help with social anxiety? It does. Well, because here's the thing, right? When you're in front, the first thing you think of whenever you're in front of other people trying to like hold poses and you're like wobbling and falling out of it, the first thing you think of, oh my God, everybody can see me. Here's what you do at a yoga class. Go in there, go in the front row, and do it horribly. And then be bad at every single thing there. And you feel everybody's watching you, and you feel everybody's watching you.
Pega o teu caderno aí e passa de novo.
You work through that very quickly. Like, I don't care if I fall, I don't care if I stumble, I'll laugh it off. And then you'll walk into a room,
Estuda mais um pouquinho
in the room after a month of doing yoga in the front row. You'll walk in to your boss's office at work and they'll say, something seems different about you.
Como é que você vai vir ficar aqui comigo?
Like, I don't give a fuck. That sort of I don't give a fuck energy come for something like that.
Daqui a pouco você vai ver o tanto que você vai gostar.
Cardiac rehab, exercise physiologically, let's go. All right, so it looks like we're still bouncing and chopping the same range. S&P longs off of MHP every single time is a play. I was kind of waiting for it to overshoot so I can snap it with a micro. That's why I
se quiser ainda na escola aqui, é pra gente você fazer também, pode ser?
Right on with the micro. Hey, what's up?
Vamos achar que é legal, aí. Vamos fazer camarinha, né?
Come close.
Ela faz bem bem no que meu pai e minha mãe tinham colocado.
Closer.
I can't get closer than this.
Mas aí talvez você nem vai na sua.
This is too close for my comfort.
So.
There's so much roomier in here.
I know. Without the piano bench.
Yeah.
Vou trabalhar.
So, classically speaking, by this is a long entry. Thanks, babes. I was waiting for a little bit lower low. I probably should have attacked it there. And NQ Gamma Trap Jex must be flashed, probably so. And again, I've had 2 short scalps. I'm happy with that. So let's see how the rest of the day plays out. Again, all of our confluence indicators are pretty negative. I don't feel like there's a lot of volatility building up. So I don't think it's going to sell further, but I'd like to see it. If it does, I'll grab some trades on the lower side. The S&P traded down yesterday and also is trading down today. Would I recommend Hatha yoga? So Hatha is a different. So Baptiste is rooted in Vinyasa style yoga, which is your switch pose, down dog, up dog. You know, like you switch pose a lot, so it's very athletic and aerobic. Hatha is different. If you guys remember, that's the one that got popular by that crazy guy. Y'all see the documentary on that guy? He's nuts. But it's rooted in Hatha, which is a different kind of yoga, which is sit still and hold a pose for like a minute or 2. That one's different. And I also am certified to teach that too. However, I'm not the biggest fan of it because typically your hot or heated yoga classes are like that. They're like, hold your chair pose, and you gotta hold it for like a minute, and you're like, and you're sweating it out, and you're like wobbling and holding it for like a minute, and it's usually like a 115, 120 degree room, and it's like a sauna in there, and it's very, very, very therapeutic and good. I like to do the strength building vinyasa style. However, Hatha's pretty good. Carpeted rooms. Carpeted rooms, I think I smell bad, I bet. But Hatha style is really good for more meditative style where you're forced to just sit in discomfort. Like when you're working out, it's only uncomfortable at the top of your rep. Right? And you feel relief, discomfort, right? Well, Hatha is like a ramp up. It's like discomfort, and then you have a release. And then you do another pose. So you have a series of poses. You hold one until you can't stand. You're shaking and you want to fall over. You just try to push through it and then you stop. It's good for your mental. It really is good for your mental game. The whole practice to like sit in discomfort, which is crazy. Not as much strength building, but it's like a. It's crazy. Anyways, now
vocabulário
you go to like a yoga
pra
class,
gente prestar
it's like half dudes, half girls. It's not. It's still
igual. Tinha um
popular
lá
in
que
the fitness
era
community, but it's like
Clauper
still not
e
popular.
não sabia o que que era.
Somebody says hot yoga is rubbish. Yeah.
Sabe o outro, o
You
que que é
recommend
isso
hatha?
aqui?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hatha original hatha classical
Inclinatório,
style
porque
is
ele
really good.
sabia. Duas que a gente não sabia o que que era, então teve
Lots
que
of people releasing gas. Yeah. We talking about Kama
E
Sutra?
aí,
That's
como
right.
que
That's right.
sempre estuda um
Next
pouquinho
up
mais.
on the Rock Scooter stream, we're gonna enhance your love life. All right, everybody want to learn the winding helicopter position? Let's go. Everyone, get your thongs out. Yoga's a farty party. Anyways, yeah, it's so actually for those of you that are into like fitness or wellness, and you're like, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Mas não
All of you
adianta.
got.
Ah,
One of my
esse aqui.
best
Ah,
buddies, also a trader, is that he teaches. He's a real estate broker, but he also teaches yoga on the
aí eu
side.
falei
This
pra
is
ele
his
que a
like,
gente precisa.
you know, side hobby slash side hustle. And my dude can like stand on his hands like a fucking acrobat and just walk across the room on his hands. Like crazy strength. It's great for stabilizing muscles you don't use as often. Probably a lot of bodybuilders struggle with it. Yeah, you get those little like those little muscles, the muscles that look like this underneath your pecs. I forgot what they're called, but you get those get ripped. Your tricep gets ripped. Your lats get ripped. It's all back and tris. I mean, and yeah. Stabilization muscles that you don't normally use.
Vou ter que pedir o seu auxílio. Não. Que ela pediu de 3 painéis no fundo. Não sei se você vai lembrar.
Thanks for letting me know about next gen fixed. That's crazy about Trader's launch. A 100K lifetime pause before consideration for live accounts. So that's between all your accounts, right? So you can make 100K in the first day though at Trader's launch. Is crazy. So it looks like we're still fading.
You believe in né? Agora já era. Já era. Good morning, Daddy. Se você believou, eu vou deixar, Lipe. Isso que não pode, já tem que voltar de uma vez, ó. Já era nada, believe. Tem que voltar de uma vez, velho.
Fazer esses verticais aqui. Essas.
Quando volta devagarzinho, assim, é porque tá só respirando pra voltar lá.
Os dress, eles ficassem nelas.
Já era. Falei.
Vai na beber, tem umas bolinhas.
Não, Patrício, você não.
Mas na hora que eu trouxe isso pra cá.
Ah, é muita burrice, mano. Sabe que o range tá inteirinho aqui e quer entrar no meio, entendeu? Dá pra entender. Dá pra você ver, agora vai bater aqui embaixo e vai subir, ó. Eu vi o Reeves fazendo isso hoje cedo, achei que ia dar funcionar. Que ia funcionar. Ó, pra você ver, agora vai bater aqui e vai voltar, ó. Vamos ver se vai bater. Lixê. Ah, não sei nem porque eu treinei. Acha que é o Superman. Superman!
Next gen. I think I sent you the message like 50 times. Okay, so Nasdaq selling good. I had a good insight into that today. Still haven't made any trades.
Tem paciência, que raiva, velho.
Which I thought about shorting there with it.
Pablo é meu pai, velho. Pablo Marçal é meu pai. Olha lá pra você ver, ó.
Mas não vai adiantar, porque aí vai centralizar. Colocou pra ver se eu centralizar esse sim.
If one account takes a hit, they don't all take a
Porque
hit.
tá igual a.
So I haven't traded that yet. I don't. Today's setup, I kind of want to avoid in the challenge account. I already made money there.
Olha pra você ver.
I've rotated here to make money. I also haven't touched my TPTs.
There you are.
Hold by the end of the day. If I were shorting on this for a bigger play, my trade when I short is always Sinix resistance and in a bull
That's all you
market.
have to do. Click
In a
that
bear
link,
market,
baby.
I tend to short it easy.
Ó, o Rips lá. O Rips tá fazendo um giveaway lá, ó.
PE ratio is
That's
bullish.
right.
S&P.
Couldn't be any easier, baby.
Vai lá no Rips lá, ó.
That's easy. All right, I want you to go on that TPT page. See that beautiful banner at the top? It's bright orange. Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about? The big bright orange banner? You see it, right?
Queria, né?
See it. Don't lie to me. You see that big old bright orange banner? I want you to do me a favor and tell me what's wrong with it. No.
Sozinho?
I gotta fix it. Hold on one second. I just realized it. Good golly, Miss Molly, that banner is fucking wrong. Let me fix this. Hold on. I got a case of the terrible times this morning. I know. I'm fixing it. I promise. There we go. It has been solved. If you refresh that page, it should be showing you the correct information now displayed. Let me see. There it is. All right. Okay, we've solved the obvious problem. Here's what I need you to do. Type in the coupon code that gets you 50% off and no activation fee. There you go. Easy. Easy money, baby. All right, so this is for a free 75K TPT test account. Free 75K TPT test account. And then after I give this away, I'm out of here. I'm gone. That's my entire day. And what a day it was. $11,000 I didn't have this morning. I love that. Oh, I love that. Love that. I freaking love it, baby, because I recovered most of my loss from Friday. What did I lose on Friday? 12K? Yeah! Fuck yeah, baby, let's go! Oh, shit, I didn't realize that. Yeah! Yeah! See, goldfish memory and trading is super good. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. Good luck. You have to have Instagram or Twitter so I can send you your free coupon code for TPT to get on in there. Free 75K test account. What? What do you guys want? You guys keep saying rips. What? I'm right here. What? What do you want? I'm right here. Oh yeah, that's the fucking giveaway shit. That's the giveaway code. I'm retarded. Holy shit. I'm fucking good lord. My God. It's a Monday.
Uai, é meu filhinho.
What is that name? Pocket Kings, you've won.
Uai, é meu filhinho.
Are you with me, pal? Pocket Kings.
Olha lá pra você ver que eu falei ali.
Oh, baby. Pocket Kings in the building. Pocket Kings does not want a free 75K test account, it looks like, or they're holding on to the last moment because they're watching the stream in a very slow fashion. By the way, if you ever want to see the future of what's going to happen on the stream, if you want to see I make profit or not, watch the stream at 2x speed. 2x speed. It'll tell you everything you need to know. There it is, Pocket Kings. All right, Pocket Kings, you have to tell me what is your name on Instagram or Twitter. How can I find you? By the way, I'm just going to leave this up. Pocket Kings, how do I find you? Give it up for Pocket Kings. KK in the building. Yes, indeed. On your feet. Let's go. All right, KK, if you do figure out how to send me a message on Instagram or Twitter since you don't want to put your name in chat, reach out to me. Show me that it's you. A screenshot of your YouTube panel. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Is there any questions before I go? Any questions, tall? Any questions at all? You guys have any questions before I go? Any quick ones I can pick off and do? I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget, Tuesday we have James Sixsmith live.
You smile.
Let's go. I didn't even have a support till here. And this is almost like the resilience, except this is indicator. It's just up there. It's actually, we just don't want to cram a bunch of indicators at the bottom. The DD confluence, same thing as over here on the side. So every one of our volume pivots in the index has a complementary internals pivot. The internals of the index. So an example is monthly res is telling me that the market cap of the S&P 500 companies, the net of that market cap is actually negative gamma. The majority of those stocks are actually resisting monthly pressure. And you can go through and thumb through a bunch of them, like NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA has that natural downward pressure. It doesn't mean it's selling off, but you can see NVIDIA is just naturally have that downward pressure. Apple, same thing. So if all the stocks are doing it, and then Microsoft broke through it and then started becoming irrational on a gamma flip. So when you look at all of it together, you can see that I'm already like, yeah, I'm probably in a losing trade, but I take this trade every single time. Because I know I'm probably in a losing trade. Trade with micros, right? The trick really is adjusting your position size based on your confidence. That's the way to go. Make sense? You're great, blessed, profitable, week for you, family, and all. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. So if it's resistance, only counts in price below MHP. Right. So the thing is that breakthrough, MHP breaks. If we open below 75% of the time, it stays on the, that's the actual stat. 75% of the time, it stays on the same side. Both sides. So if we were below and it was negative, then I would short it really hard like I did here. Not really hard, but I would short it with 1 mini both times. Which for this account with the blue sky is considered a big trade. This account balance is not that big. It's big enough that 1 mini is about as heavy as I'd want to go. It's not a 5 mini account. So correct. So NASDAQ open below MHP, I'm willing to short off of it hard because the 75 is on this side of it, right? It's 75% of the days do not break it. In this case, on the S&P, 75 is on the support side, not on the resistance side. Yes, sir. That's it. Remember, it's every single time long, no matter what. And every single time short.
I see you smile.
S&P's a long right? This is like one of those days that I'm kind of like, well, the Nasdaq's bear side, S&P's holding the bull side. Did I create the system? I created this entire thing. That's correct. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Guess your gender here. Excuse me. Do I have MHP on multiple retouches and only one step after? No, you can MHP all day long. Every single time. When I take profit in liquidity zone, here, I will take profit on this example. This can go all the way up to support. I take it to next resistance on the long side every time. So next resistance is here. Yeah. So I'm gonna take it all the way to
Because sunshine and shine together.
It's been a boring day. I know. Am I strict on 10 points? Take profit. anytime I long, it's 2 next resistance every time. Whatever it ends up being. In this case, the market's telling me that I've got like 14 points of run on a 10-point stock, 1.41. This must have taken a long time to build this. We started conceptually. I built the framework of this mathematical system. Got data feeds set up and built a kind of temporary app, a tiny little applet before I built the platform. And this is before AI, by the way, guys. 2019, so it was like that vibe period with Claude. I coded this in Python myself. The internals, the indicators. And so, yeah, this is before the days of AI. Made a little app. We built this little app for everybody to play with, and then it just in 2020 we released it, and then in 2022 we started building. 2021 I stopped streaming for a little bit to focus on directly building the platform, and then April of 2022
Cantando Rihanna é algo que tá na televisão ali, essa bosta.
Because.
hard launched. So roughly from start to finish took like 3 years to go from concept, like I built an Excel spreadsheet to start playing with the concept, to at the platform, which had 3 years. MHP is based on gamma exposure. So what makes us different though is we have a different algorithm than most people. What gamma exposure is we take every option that exists, period, and we filter it out. Pretend there's a blanket of options. The blanket is all expirations from now until forever and all prices. And in that blanket, we pluck out which options belong to market makers. We have a way to determine that. No one else has the ability to do it. It's done mathematically, and it's a very rock-solid estimate, but it's very good. Nobody knows where market maker positions are because they don't announce, hey, this is my position, by the way, and I'm a dealer. Not saying in real time. You can get some options in CBOE data shop, but it's not in real time. We take where the dealer-focused options are. We have a way of finding that. We know their behavior, and we know what to look for. And everything that's not dealer, we throw out. So everything that's not dealer, we throw out. And we get sort of like frame out this dealer landscape of where the market makers are positioned. Now, an example is you're going to buy a stock, right? Market goes up, and a market maker will short you, and then they'll buy some options to go hedge that short, as one example. They buy those options from a dealer of the option. That's the trade we're looking for, the market maker option transaction for risk neutralization. We look for risk neutralization using options and auxiliary markets, right? And so with that, we can map out monthly hedge pressure, which is the net exposure of dealers that sell options to the market makers of the stock market. So this is a dealer gamma exposure point, where above here, all dealers and all options at all times are mostly longing more than they're shorting to hedge their exposed short options, longing and shorting the underlying. So an example is, pretend this was SeuPaaai, and above MHP, there's more dealers that sold SeuPaaai options, longing SeuPaaai shares and shorting SeuPaaai shares to neutralize their short options risk. And then below here, there's some shorting is greater than longing. So it's called a gamma flip spot, where the net influx of orders, like if no one else is ordering except for dealers, you will see just more longs bombarding the market than shorts above it. So it's like a gentle, natural long wind that pushes up. When you're below it, there's just a natural, gentle wind that pushes down. Like this is a wind that's sort of blowing down a little bit. This is a wind that's blowing up a little bit. We call it whoosh fans as a joke. But you can see how Nasdaq is just somehow hitting this like air pocket, like a ping pong ball, being thrown away from this. And the other side is true. S&P, like a ping pong ball, is floating off of this. Can you see that? It takes a lot of volume to break through it. As you see, every time you get close, there's a volume surge every single time because it's the maximum gamma. Gamma is the first derivative of delta for change in price at a fixed time. This is the delta for partial derivatives, which is, I can't even draw with this damn tool.
A Dalila desenhou assim. Aí eu tô fazendo uma sessão.
It's the actual formula for gamma. Sorry about that.
Aí eu parei pra ver
Gamma is your del delta or del price at a fixed time when everything else fixed in shoals. Which is the second derivative price of the option divided by the second derivative price of the option with respect to the underlying. Again, I didn't draw the full partial there, but you guys get the drill. It's the maximum change in price of the underlying. It's the max amount of delta hedging, which means the max amount of order flow to neutralize the position. I.e., long story short, it's 100% predictable volume spike. And that's how you know we got our math right. Engineers here. Oh, nice. Now you get it. So you get it. So essentially what that spot is guaranteed volume. We're using the Black-Scholes equation to find volume. But if you only use market maker options, the difference. If you use everybody's options, then it's going to be skewed towards open interest. If you use only market maker options, then it's skewed towards who's only hedging the underlying. So what makes our gamma exposure different is that we filter out most of the option, throw most everything out, and only focus on what that dealing balance point is. And you know it's right because there's volume every time. Where's that volume at exactly 7790.9, right? Like you see that this is just where the maximum volume appears, and it's every time.
Every time.
Look, there's volume. You see that? So that's how you know we nailed the dealers, because we can pull volume and it's right every time. Now this is a little alarming. I should still hold on to it, but. Do I factor in Charm or Vanna in the system? Charm and Vanna naturally appear because we use the entirety of Black-Scholes. Again, Charm and Vanna and any other... So Charm is the change in delta with respect to time, and Vanna is the change in delta with respect to volatility. Again, those are just two different parts. So when you have a differential equation like Black-Scholes, any differential equation, you can take one piece, how one piece changes with respect to another piece, and hold all the rest of the equation constant. This is how differential equations work, right? PDEs, partial differentials. So what happens is Charm and Vanna are just other partial different hills. We use the whole equation, so everything's accounted for as we use the raw equation. Just like delta and gamma, Charm changes how delta hedging takes place. So example, if it was delta 40 and I'm long 40 shares to hedge my position neutral, but Charm shows a time decay of delta of an additional 10 shares, I may use Charm hedging by reducing my position by 10, right, to go with it. But since we use the entirety of the Black-Scholes equation, it's already accounted for because we already factor in the basic premise of Charm. We use volatility in its raw state, we use time in its raw state, and we use price in its raw state. Any combination of del's of those variables, we've already got it covered because we're using the raw version of the time effect and the raw version of the hedging effect, which is delta. So Charm, for example,
because summer sunshine is trying together.
We already use price, we already use time. So it already will work, if that makes sense. So we don't use Charm directly or Vanna directly, but we use Vanna is how much your delta hedging is adjusted for volatility sensitivity on delta. And we're already using delta, which is price, the underlying price, the option. We're already using volatility. So in its native sense, we're already using the factors that lead to those partial differentials. We just don't use those numbers directly. We use the raw version of it, which means every Greek is accounted for. That's the long answer to the question. So how do we use these trend lines, by the way? Anyway, so tell me how these trend lines work, baby. Do I earn more from YouTube or from trading? That's a good question. Probably trading. I make a lot from YouTube, though. I make like $3,000 a month on YouTube from ads. That's like, I'm like 1,000 there from YouTube. I make like $3,000. It's crazy. Sometimes when you guys donate like $200 to the stream, I give that away though. I make many thousands of dollars from YouTube. And speaking of many thousands of dollars, let's give away many thousands of dollars worth of free shit from prop firms today. I'd like for you guys to type in Blue Sky, our first giveaway today. What's a fair value gap? There it is. You see that? Here's fair value gap. Walk over there. Open up, get the fuck out. Close the door behind. Close the door behind you. Scream.
71.
There's a fair value gap. Camilo, that's it right over here, dude. You see that? There it is. It's on the other side of that door. Make sure you close it on the way out. It's printed on the other side. Just kidding, guys. Type in Blue Sky. Is it fed with CBOE data? Lil Joe, we don't feed ours with CBOE data. We actually get raw opera data from the source and we pass it to a web company, and then we calculate the Greeks there, and then we use all the data that comes from that. Or calculate the Greeks, calculate the gammas and stuff. So we don't do CBOE data shop. We do our own data. We built our own market maker data feed out of the raw data from Opera. I should add your small position if you gain confidence factors. Yes, 100%. You nailed it. So like right now, it's a small position because I don't have a lot of confidence. So it's like a 0 gamma line. It's actually a maximum gamma line. So it's not 0 gamma, it's the maximum gamma. And gamma is the maximized amount of change in delta, which means the max amount of order flow on hedging. So delta is like how many shares you're going to buy to neutralize an option you sold. If I sold like 100 options and it's a delta 50, then I would buy 5,000 shares to neutralize. If it was a delta 30, I'd buy 3,000 shares. So there's a difference in the amount of shares I buy. The highest gamma is just the highest amount of order flow to balance it out. So this basically being the highest order flow due to the options effect. So you can see how every time you touch this monthly hedge pressure, you see how volume just magically appears and it seems to resist movement? That is your dealer. That's the entire landscape of Wall Street being propped up by hedging, which is exactly what we exploit here. It's a very, very, very hard pivot to break. You see how all morning it's taken like hours to even break it. The confluence is going against me because the stocks have kind of broken theirs. So because of that, I'm still going to take the chance that it's hard to break, as you see, but I'm taking the chance with a really small position. So with Rocksuit, how we know we're in positive, negative gamma? Very simple. Above monthly hedge pressure, positive gamma on monthly options. Here, positive dealer gamma, negative dealer gamma. On weekly, so the blue one is weekly options. This is monthly options. We separate them. Monthly is your longer term bull market. Weekly is like your flip-flop per day. This is gamma positive on weeklies. This is gamma negative on weeklies. So right now, Nasdaq is getting a little bit of a bump from weekly hedge pressure. They usually trade towards each other like this. You can see that there's usually like pivoting action between them. And Nasdaq today has been flip-flopping around off of it like that. You see that? Somebody said you're a smart man, you're an engineer, you get it? Oh, very, very cool. Very cool. Authorization, or is it public? The data that we buy is not public. You can buy it, but it's not publicly accessible. You have to get into an exchange agreement and buy the data directly from a third-party supplier from Opera. Opera doesn't directly supply data to the public. It's impossible. There's no way for you to buy. You can go to Opera and say, one data feed, please, and they go, here you go, hook it up to your trading view, you're good to go. Opera, you must buy your data from a third-party roll-up company whose entire existence is designed to read the raw Opera feed. And it's like you can't just buy electricity provider from Mr. Electricity. Hi, I'd like one electricity, please. You know, we have CenterPoint here in Houston. You can't just walk up there and be like, one electricity for my house, please. And they go, well, no, we don't sell it. We supply it. Everyone else sells it. You gotta go to one of those guys, like a Reliant. Well, what does Reliant do? Well, they hook you up to CenterPoint. Anytime Reliant cuts you off, you didn't pay your bill, because CenterPoint went and cut you off. So it's CME data, it's Opera, O-P-R-A.
É, desse da carta ainda tá parado pra gente do desenho, mas já fez, já mandou pra frente.
I'd like to buy one share of
limpar
Animotion, please. That's Homer Simpson. Animotion today is up 75 points. Woo! Or up 3/4 of a point. Woo! After falling 75 points. That's tremendously horrible news for Animotion's only shareholder, named Homer Simpson. You heard the monkey. We're in the money. Center point literally has like one energy to give. That's it. Yeah. Is the Trading View Rockseer extension working? It is. You can buy this on after falling 95%. Remember that episode? It's up 3/4 point, and Homer's like, woohoo! Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Heavily to ES, MHP, please. And let's mark the dip lower. Okay, so if I get rid of it, it'll fall lower, right? Yeah, okay. They're like, the stockbroker's like, are you sure you understand the risk of trading? And then Homer Simpson has like a little dream bubble. And there's like a monkey with a tuxedo dancing. We're in the money. And he goes, you heard the monkey, make the trade. And he sleeps with the stock certificate and he goes, you're my ticket out of this hellhole. And then Marge looks over and goes, Homer, I'm sorry, honey, our ticket out of this hellhole. The days when The Simpsons was actually funny in the first 10 seasons. Back when Conan O'Brien used to write for the show. And what's his face? Bill Hader, I think used to write for the show as well. So relatable. Yeah. Was it Bill Hader? Who else was there? Like this, I think he wrote in the later seasons, though. Or maybe it's Futurama. He wrote for one of those two shows. But Conan used to write in the first season. Rockseer Trading View extension. If you go to the website and download it, it's pretty simple. You just download the executable and then you install it and then you just open up Trading View and it should work. You don't have to do anything. Conan O'Brien used to write for The Simpsons in like the first 6 or 7 seasons, I think. He was one of the show writers. Oh, that's right. Maybe Bill Hader worked on South Park. That's right. Can I try to IW?
Tem a mão que eu preciso também tirar uma.
So, we got it here somewhere.
E o outro eu já fiz, o livro
I don't spend a lot of time covering Russell because I don't trade it. But Russell itself is pretty solid. Russell has support. I don't pay for. Actually, I do pay for the Russell futures when I'm talking about.
Mas eu acho que a lounge não tem muito
I'm
o que
saying
corrigir.
about Dow
Ela é
Jones.
mais
So Russell here
a gente precisa achar umas fotos.
is bullish. So Russell's holding pretty good.
A gente vai fazer customizado, sabe? Ela quer ver.
Russell looking good. Type in Blue Sky, guys. We got a giveaway to go away. All right, Blue Sky is what I'm trading. Let me tell you what's awesome about Blue Sky. Again, they're what we call, they're in our top 5 prop firms, our goated 5. Blue Sky 9.1 in prop score. It's really, really nice because they have this, let me show you. These are like the 3 goats right now of the top 5. My Funded, TPT, Blue Sky, and Lucid. I don't know why Lucid has gone here. I don't have time to scroll through this. Lucid's in here somewhere. There we go, Lucid. Speaking of Blue Sky, tonight, don't miss out. Justin, y'all know and love Justin from Blue Sky. We love Brad stream tonight, interviewing Justin, just like I interviewed the TPT founder on Friday. Brad will be with Justin. Got some new details and info from Blue Sky, so don't miss out tonight on that. Lucid Daily, no DLL 50. Okay, here it is. End of the day. Trailing this one right here. So you can see that like TPT Pro, My Funded Rapid, Lucid Daily are all pretty much the same kind of account. They're all 2 days to pass. TPT is technically a flip day. So hey chat, hey mods, please fix that. This should say 2 trading days, not 3. It's 2 days to pass. 2 days to pass, 2 days to pass, 1 day payout. Blue Sky the same way, 2 days to pass, 1 day to payout. And there's a buffer phase. They all have buffer phases. Blue Sky just puts it separately. The difference is they're an activation fee model. So type in Blue Sky right now, BLUSKY. Is they change it 3 days to pass down from 5? No, it's 3 days to pass, but it's 2 trading days. It's not, this is trading days, the number of days you actually need to trade. It's not calendar days. There's 2 different types of days when it comes to trading. Is there a video on how to get the Roxy to platform chart? Go to the Discord and go to the tech support channel. They'll help you. So trading days is the actual number of days you need to make a trade. You only need to actually trade 2 days with TPT. It's 3 total days. God, that's what I hate about the prop history. They don't teach you guys anything. I'll teach you. That's what we have. Trading days and calendar days. TPT went from 5 calendar days to 3 calendar days. Trading days have always been 2. And they're 2 before and they're 2 today. They've always been 2. When y'all say days, there's a difference in calendar days and trading days. Calendar day is like my funded futures. You have to wait 14 days on the calendar to get your payout in a pro account. But you can make your target in 1 trading day. So my funded futures pro is 1 trading day and 14 calendar days. It's 2 different ways that days can work. As long as your profit target has been met, you only need to wait 3 days before you can take it out, or to pass rather than 5. So with TPT, So Kyle, you're here. Kyle, somebody put 3 on prop score. Why don't this need to change at all? Kyle. Kyle. Who changed? This doesn't need to change at all. It's just calendar days. Calendar days doesn't change anything. Yeah. Anywho, what I'm saying is the difference between Blue Sky and these guys is very minimal. The only difference is that, or the major difference is that they are activation fee model. So you only pay $30 when you're playing the eval, and then you only pay when you pass. So it becomes the full price when you pass. So if you're failing a lot and you're a newer trader, Blue Sky is the best way to go. If you're passing a lot, you want bigger payouts, these 3 guys are the way to go. So it's kind of like that's the main difference between the 2. A lot of you guys, you're practicing trading, practicing Blue Sky. I just went live with them. It's pretty good. You want to fail at $30. You don't want to fail at 130. You don't want to fail at 90. You want to fail at 100. You want to fail at 30. When you're failing a lot, fail on the cheap side. That's where you like these guys. Okay. Time for the first roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Is not showing resilience in Trading View with that Pine script. Can you put something in tech support if you're having issues? How's Trader's Launch comparison? Trader's Launch has turned out to be one of the top ranked accounts on PropScore with their new 100K and 1 day payout sort of situation. Took my trades breaking MHP now.
Que eu tenho que comprar. Aí eu desisto no mesmo momento que ela não quer a mesma coisa não.
I don't understand why you would change it though, because nothing was changed. You guys have to understand that.
Ó, Gustosh passou ali.
É, claro que tem também, tio. Uma pulga atrás da orelha, não.
Nastosh.
Is this gonna be a copyright strike? Yeah, probably. Congratulations, the winners. We got a bunch of these to give away.
Giveaway time.
Is there indicators work on crypto? We don't do anything with crypto here yet.
Okay, I'm cutting it, guys. I totally fell for it. NQ got me. It's okay. I'm down 126 bucks on my top one futures. It's no big deal. All right, let's do this giveaway. All right, here we go. Let's go to the giveaway portal. I'm going to create a code. The code is going to be Cheeks. 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 On 3. 1, 2, 3. Click enter here. Type it in. Click submit.
Vinagre, mas tinha limão. Pode, né? Limão é.
Oops. There you go.
E eu tô esperando.
Okay, let's change this
Com a colher pra ver se tá.
What's the cheapest CQG connection you can get? So if you use a broker, if you have a broker that's compatible with CQG, they sell you data. So your broker will sell data typically for like $1 a month per exchange if you have an account with the broker. And CQG overhead is probably like 10 bucks. I think total I pay $11 a month for data. You gotta buy it through your broker though. What I need to do to file a claim? Claim for what? 3 winners here.
Gosto da vermelha, eu gosto também da vermelha, roxa.
All right, 3 winners. Congratulations. You need to go to the Prop Score Discord. Go to the Claim Your Win channel. And claim your win there. You have to have an account with Prop Score. We'll do some more giveaways in a little bit. About 10 minutes, we'll do another one. Another short MHP. Man, I don't know. Not today. This is looking like a little good. Like I don't like them when I see them. I don't know. I don't want a long S&P. I don't know, man. I'm liking what I see. Should I? But I don't know. Like maybe. I mean, one can. Except arbitrage is positive now. It's been positive like last 20 minutes. So ARB is being positive. It's actually getting slightly better. You can see it's trending higher. So not as much resistance pressure as before. Congratulations, winners. We'll be doing some My Fun and Futures. We got a lot of stuff to give away today. So y'all hit the like button. Get those likes up real quick. Do me a favor.
Whoa.
Matoski, Cow Dog, let's go. Congratulations, winners. Why does somebody trade the Dow Jones? Dow Jones is just an it's like an archaeological, dinosaur bone. You find it in a museum. Dow Jones is an incomplete index. It's not market cap weighted. It doesn't really. It cherry picks 30 companies. It's not necessarily a good representation of the actual stock market. With the S&P 500 looking at the 500 top companies, it's a more complete view of money flowing in and out of the stock market. The Dow Jones would miss some of that. Like the S&P and Russell are arguably the two most important indicators or index because they both are non-overlapping index of stocks that represent if money's flowing into small caps or large caps or no caps. The money's going elsewhere. Dow Jones and NASDAQ will both miss displaying to you money going elsewhere. If you go out and buy a bunch of oil stocks of major oil companies, the NASDAQ won't know that, and certainly the Russell won't know that if they're major oil companies. If you go out and buy a bunch of oil stocks in small, midstream, or downstream...
Sabe muito. Sabe muito. Você é a nossa última esperança, Patrícia. Você é a nossa última e única esperança. Então faz acontecer. Eu acredito. Eu acredito.
What if Apple's having a bad day, right? Because Apple had some nasty news and Dow Jones just plunges, but the S&P just holds flat because people dumped Apple and went and bought Meta instead, or whatever. Well, I think Meta's part of the Dow Jones too, but if they
Eu acredito.
that's something else the Dow Jones might see. So Dow Jones is kept alive solely by Peter Tuchman and his hats that he's worn over the years of Dow 30K, Dow 40K.
Eu acredito.
Left over from the 90s and earlier. Price consolidating under VWAP.
FPL.
Number one stream, you said a price consolidating under VWAP.
Não queria falar não, Lipe, mas você tem um ponto, viu? Você tem um belo ponto, viu? Aí, ó. É o longas agora. Era o longas agora. É o longa.
So when it hits VWAP and ARB is positive, I probably wouldn't short off of the VWAP. I'd bet on the break side of things. Like today, when things got better, when we hit MHP, I was like not shorting this one. Resilience is having a slower time catching up, but ARB is a faster acting indicator. So this gets right to here.
É o longas, hein?
Negative, and while these are negative, right? So resilience just talks about this one.
É o longas.
Anywhere. So if this guy goes negative, when this pops to there, then I'm certainly closing out there. If this goes positive and these go positive, then I'll hold the next resistance, right?
Whoa.
Isn't Russell and Dow Jones the same thing? No. They don't even have the same companies. There's no overlap between the two of them.
Aí, ó. Pode entrar agora, ó. Cadê o Lipe?
Round about 30 companies that are from the S&P level of capitalization. The Russell are smaller cap stocks. The Russell and S&P don't overlap. The Russell and Dow don't overlap. Every part of the Dow is inside of the S&P. Not every part of the S&P is inside the Dow.
Whoa.
Russell is 2,000 medium small cap companies.
Come on.
The market cap must be at least 30 million to be in the Russell.
Que domingo que vem a gente vai ter de 8 da manhã agora é às 8, não é nem 8h15 mais.
Não, dia 30.
Ah, eu também quero te ver. Quando a gente vai sair de lá, a gente vai na praia. Qualquer praia pro lado de cá, todo mundo fala muito. Faça vídeo o tempo.
É o longas.
Let's see which overlap. The Russell 2000. Let's see how much. Let's see. So the Russell 2000 and the S&P 500, which is what we look at the Russell 2000, they have no overlap between the two of them. I think the Russell 1000 as a is the Russell 1000 and the S&P. So the Russell 1000 contains the S&P. The Russell 2000 is like the next 2000. That makes sense. So the Russell 2000, which is what we're looking at with like RTY, does not overlap with the S&P 500. The Russell has a broader, larger index called the Russell 3000. So the Russell 3000 has the 1000 part and the 2000 part. So the S&P 500 is the top 500 companies. The next 500 are the Russell 1000. So the Russell 1000 contains the S&P 500. The Russell 2000, which is down here, doesn't contain any S&P or NASDAQ. And therefore, the Russell 2000 and 1000 become the Russell 3000. Yeah. You say there's barely ever a retest. There'll be a retest sometimes.
Sometimes.
What mode would I advise getting on Blue Sky? The launch accounts are the best accounts on Blue Sky, in my opinion. Is there going to be $1,000 purchase promotion with Rock Code giveaway for lifetime? Yes. Black Friday in November times, we'll do a $1,500 off of lifetime. That'll be the discount. So you have the S&P 500, the Russell 1000, the Russell 3000, and the Andre 5000.
Best Pro Shop. Best.
The best index. History index. Sorry, Miss Russell.
Cara, tentou o vídeo conversa com a Benji.
Yep. That was funny. Good joke.
Não.
Did I make anything out of the gap up in VIX? No.
Ele aprovou que é o dia 13.
You mean VIX? VIX should gap every day. VIX itself is an index that starts calculating when the market's open. So it should gap every day. And it has to do with futures moving up or down. Today, this morning, futures, VIX futures went up, so VIX, the index, should have gapped up slightly. Have Nextion announced a new account yet? I don't believe so. Not today, no.
Fat shoddy. It's your birthday.
You know, I mean, that addition could be huge.
Ah, é na loja. É. 3 dias, então 2 noites.
All right, let me check something really quick.
provavelmente fazer algum survey. Aí o Gui vamos ver, aí que aqui na Flórida. Eu até esqueci o nome do lugar lá. Panama City. E aí ele falou, aí, o que você acha? Vamos fazer tal. Um lugar que tem que viajar de avião, a gente tá indo, né? Um ano, isso aí, eu posso usar dentro desse ano. Ficam 3 noites. Eles devolviam 150, davam 150 cash pra gente no dia.
Tem consistência 50k. A sua aí que você tá tradando? Quer fazer tudo hoje? Pode. Se abichona, meu velho. Se abichona, meu velho. Quantos que você tá positivo aí? Tem consistência sim. Acho que é 50%.
A gente tem que mandar pra eles as datas antes que a gente quer. Não tem limitação. É um quarto duplo com 2 camas.
E se fechar até 9.
Quando a gente quer. Aí devolve $150.
E se fechar até setembro 14, ganha mais 2 noites. Se marcar, tipo, deixar marcado, se marcar até.
Fez o cadastro no nome dele.
Eu falo pra dentro, Nastoshi. Eu falo pra dentro. Aí fica complicado, entendeu? Como diz o Pauleira, eu tô com o pau do Marçal na boca.
Então foi um bom negócio. E eu conheci essa praia.
Ô, Patrícia, tem consistência de 55%.
I'm gonna make a quick note of something real quick.
Eu já perguntava o que eu acho.
I gotta type something really quick, guys. Hold on.
Uau! Ouviu, Patrícia?
All right, we'll get this like ironed out. So there's something on the display in the compare tab that's kind of yeah. We're gonna put an extra thing on here that says calendar day and trading days. That way to dispel the confusion that traders usually get. They don't understand what a flip day is. So an example is with TPT, they changed it to 3 calendar days. but you really only need to trade 2 days to pass. So one of the days is just a day you can flip. So it's really important to know the difference, at least on the compare, because on the number of trading days, they look identical. 2, 2, and 2. But in reality, this is actually 3 days, an extra flip day, and this one is not. So we need to really show that. It's in the back end, but we don't display it. So that can cause a little bit of confusion up front. We'll make sure to get that done for you guys.
Acho que é 100, não?
Announced. Is this a long and ARB is a negative? So ARB is a general confluence indicator that's telling me something is off, and it's only 7 points. Like, again, it's choppy, just like resilience. It's not a lot. It's -2 on S&P. It's not a lot, but look, when I hit my resistance and ARB is negative, I certainly will take profit. Yeah. We got next gen news coming out this week. Yeah, you guys be patient. That's coming out pretty soon. This week. So today we got, folks, we got a blue sky. We got a lucid daily.
Eu duvido que você consegue fazer essa conta chegar até 1000, Patrícia. Eu duvido.
And my funded futures today. Wow.
Eu duvido.
Accounts, freebies. My ES long, that's correct. An ES long. So far I'm up like $1,300 in this account plus a new trade right now. I also longed ES in one of my TPT Live accounts too. I'm still trading TPT Live, by the way.
Eu também. Ué, bora.
So I did add another account.
Taca-lhe pau nesse carinho, Margleio.
Add in another account at that dip. Slain King, send an email to matt@rockseer.com. By the way, we currently are
Mete o louco igual eu.
Propscore.com. Sorry, matt@propscore.co. Rockseer is not hiring PropScores. PropScore is hiring a lot of people. We're expanding into global markets. We're hiring for 3 new streamers. We're hiring for a whole new marketing team. We have a global marketing director position. We had a whole bunch of positions. Send a resume to me. Is TBT really paying off? TBT is one of the best prop firms in the space. TBT is my #1 on my list, and my favorite. Hands down, I would say TPT is the best prop experience I've had. Is the Rapids way better than TPT's calendar days to pass, but intraday trailing drawdown versus intraday?
No.
So my funded futures Rapid and TPT Pro are exactly the same account with the difference of payout splits are slightly different. Price is slightly different, but they're relatively identical. My funded's new Rapid is a 4-day pass and 1-day payout, but it's end of the day in the buffer phase, which adds days to the front end to have an easier time on the back end. Blue Sky, however, is end of the day in the buffer phase and a 2-day pass. So Blue Sky does not have trailing drawdown. I forgot to mention that earlier. That's what makes them pretty cool. Not only can you have a cheaper activation fee model, but there's no trailing drawdown in the buffer phase. It's end of the day. And the only firm that does that for 1-day payout with 2-day pass. Yeah, the consistency tells you the trading days, your calendar days need there. Yeah, I think it's because when the trader sees, wait, how come that only says 2? I thought it was 5. They don't understand that the 3 of the days you can flip. So we need to actually clearly display that on PropScore because it can be confusing. You have to already know that that's a thing before you'll look at it. What kind of marketing do you need? I need the person. Here's the thing. We're dominating this industry, and we will be #1 by next year. The biggest stream, the biggest Discord, the biggest prop site, the biggest prop affiliate. We're already the biggest prop affiliate on the YouTube side, but we're not bigger than some of the Instagram and TikTokers. Well, we want to be bigger than them. We want to be #1. I need the team that's going to take me to number one. I don't want a marketing person. I want the marketing person that marketing people learn from. I want the person that will take me to number one. If you work for me and in a week I don't smell the odor in the room of number one, I'll fire you in a heartbeat. I want number one guy. I want the number one. I want to be bigger than Tory Trades. That's my goal. No, but seriously though. I want the marketing guru of guru and at no expense spared mentality. Hire your AI agent. There you go. There you go. I mean, I could take profit. I know this is lame to do so. Should I hold for another 4 points? I mean, it's just micros. Why not?
It's just micros. Why not?
Gifted. I'm not thinking you think, yeah, you can do marketing. Yeah, you can make content. No, gifted. And it requires clever outside the box thinking, strategic maneuvering, market share dominance techniques, entering new markets and saturated markets and breaking into those. I mean, I need creative mentality. We already did it with prop score. Our team is a bunch of geniuses here. We need to dominate India, the Mediterranean, Europe, and South America and Central America. Mediterranean and Africa, that area. All of that. Essentially global. Can you be a streamer on all three of those platforms at the same time? Yeah, so we're going to have simultaneous shows. We're going to have my show and then Spanish Rocket Scooter at the same time. We have Spanish-speaking stream going on right now at the same time. Ever thought about streaming on Twitch, Instagram, TikTok simultaneously? Yeah, that's like the next step. Once we get our new folks going on, our brand new push is to be on all those platforms. Rips is looking for streamers too. Yeah, it's the new hot thing. Everybody's sort of jumping on that bandwagon. Having multiple streamers, all-day shows. It's huge. Dominate the whole earth and then the moon. The moon next. So
The moon.
Look at yourself and tell yourself this. Working for Matt's like working for Steve Jobs. It's intense. I'm fair, but I'm intense. We're not number two, we're number one. And we drive. And it's not a sit back and do a little bit of work here and there. I want the gifted person. Your pay very much reflects the drive we put into you. So if you think you are a number one person, you can apply. If you just did marketing and you have a little bit of experience, the last thing you ever want to do is join a very advanced thing that you don't think you can do. Can you break us into a saturated market and turn us into number one? Do you have that thought process right? And apply. How much impact in FOC minutes have this week? Well, according to KFed, the newest mode of the FOMC is not to press forward guidance onto the markets. So I would assume that it's going to be very light to no impact on the market at all, because the minutes are not supposed to be anymore, according to him, triggers for the stock market to cause volatility. They don't want to cause volatility in the stock market anymore. So I'm sure the minutes will very accurately just reflect everything that's already been said. I think if that's the case, what he says they want to do, the minutes should technically, if they got everything right they wanted, should have no effect. Now, not to say that Wall Street still won't try to move off of it. It might take some time for Wall Street to get used to that fact. But I don't think the minutes are going to drop any kind of bombshell on us. You like Mr. Beast did and make Spanish-speaking specific channels to check out those markets? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point, right? That's what we'll be doing. Is it too late to submit a streaming audition? We have the meeting in like 2 days to go over them. So you got to submit it. The only reason we're so intense here and we like to be number one, because that's life is a game, trading's a game, market's a game, business is a game, and I don't like losing games. We are hyper competitive here, like hyper. We go to any extreme length to prove our dominance in a competitive sport. Olympic level gold medal, we don't even show up. And so we want to outsmart the competition. We don't want to just do our job. We want to figure out what they do and do it better, maneuver around them. It's all of our meetings about strategic maneuvering. And so the marketing person is not going to sit there and be like making graphics, making content, running campaigns. The marketing person is a brain sitting in a room, figuring out our next 5 moves kind of thing. You're an executive. If you get the marketing director position, you're executive in company. You sit at the upper level with everybody and figure out the next moves and stuff. And so we don't just want a content maker or a campaign manager. We already have all of that. We want strategic director level. Other than marketing guru, we have a position open for 3 streamers, and we need like a marketing director for global, and probably a couple of account managers to go with this. So like 6 or 7 roles. We're not opening all of it at once. As we move into different parts, we're gonna like hire as needed. But like 7 or 8 new people at most, including the streamers. Would ever hire somebody to run separate stream on different platforms? Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We're about to co-stream my stuff on other platforms. Can you be part of the marketing's outside retailer perspective? You're in. You're in. 6 or 7. Spanish. We're having a Spanish streamer. Yes, 1 Spaniard or Mexican or wherever they're from. South America, Central America, doesn't matter. Colombian, Venezuelan, doesn't matter. Just got to speak Spanish. Am I do any internships? Nope. I don't believe in internships. Not for a strategic company. An internship is how you train and groom somebody to work for you. And you're teaching them a business to where if they don't work for you, they got your secrets to go work for someone else. As the interns are dangerous for highly competitive tech companies, I feel. You're the world's best barbecue, and you have a chef mentor under you on all your techniques, and then he goes and opens his own restaurant. BBL stream? Oh yeah. Send a resume or CV to matt@propscore.co. Yeah, no internship, no unpaid internship. Our goal is not to teach people how to be part of this business. You know, it's all secretive. How so competitive. You know, everyone's strategy is like on lockdown. If you work here, yeah, well, you sign an NDA and a large non-compete. I mean, it's pretty serious business. Looking for 3 streamers, some account executives. Basically, your job is to maintain partnership accounts, partnership managers, sort of thing. You know, which is like to keep up with. Example, like for U.S. market, right? Like, you know, your job would be like take Matt Leach out to dinner. You know, chat with him, learn more about what's going on with MyFunid, what's next steps, how can we work with you guys, you know, things like that. So jobs like that where you just, you know, you're a partnership rep, you go out and keep the relationship good. And the marketing director's executive level sort of thing for global markets. You know, the idea is to break our content in the other countries, in other languages, to work with our marketing and advertising team to direct them on which content, where to stream, where to put, you know, where to time everything, that kind of stuff. And then streamers. Ever thought of PropScore YouTube channel? No. Not going to make, only the Matt brand YouTube channel is going to exist. We're not going to make multiple YouTube channels. I know Mr. Beast and people do they do that, but it's detrimental to a brand to make a channel to compete with your first channel. YouTube algo doesn't necessarily reward you for having multiple channels. Other streamers that are trying to do that, break the marketing team that understands YouTube algo. I see my streamers trying to make separate channels for themselves. 2 channels only hurts your main channel. So I would never make a separate channel to direct content to different places. But that doesn't work as well for this type of business. You want to see a neon cooking show? Hell yeah. you can like simul stream under the same channel. So people can stream from this channel. You'll go there and there'll be like 2 live streams going all at once. We don't have the positive R bounce on MHP. You know what? I know I'm gonna be a wuss here. I'm just gonna lock in. I'm just gonna lock in. This is the second time we've had a failure of ARB and we're below 0, and I don't think it's gonna sell off, but it's very possible that it can. God, it feels so nice to have my afternoons off, guys. I feel so, ooh. Got my afternoons to myself now. I don't do an afternoon show right after this. I go, Neon comes on. Indirect procurement director. Got you in all 3 main languages, South American, USA. What will we procure, though? That's cool. Yeah, if you guys think you'd be a good role, you can help us globally dominate. And it doesn't even have to be like marketing's your background. You just need to be a strategic, smart person in the room. Everyone I hire is smarter than me. Every person that works on this team can run this company. That's my business mindset, and always has been. Anybody that I hire could run the company in my absence. You know what I mean? That's how I want it to be. I want people that are smarter than me, and I sit in the room and let them talk, and I learn from them. Yeah, procure them votes, baby. There you go. How come no afternoon shoot my funded futures? It's just the they changed their content. They got rid of their afternoon show because it wasn't their content plan. They started pushing all of their efforts last year when we started into building a huge afternoon show when nobody did afternoon shows. They did a whole stream all day content, but now everybody does it and it's saturated and everybody's afternoon show got small. Because Neon's so big and other streamers are so big. And so we started tapering back and doing only 3 days a week. And then we changed the morning content on Wednesdays and Fridays to just be, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Afternoon show. Monday and Wednesday, there was only a morning panel show that was different than the other type of streamer show they had. So they were like, the guy that runs the show over there just kept switching the content, trying to, chase ways to make it grow. And so they've made like 3 or 4 changes to how they did their show. And then my contract was up. And my contract prevented me from being on other shows and other stuff. So their thing was to change their content. My thing was to expand my business. So it kind of works out for everybody. But we actually signed a big deal with My Funded Futures to work with them here to do all that content with them here rather than over there. So we're going to be pushing My Funded Futures pretty hard and doing content here rather than on their own channel, which is great for us. They're not doing afternoon show anymore. So I closed out my long. It didn't look like it's picking up some momentum, and ARB went negative a second time, so I popped out at long. Yeah, huge thing with them. So since we're just, nothing against that show. I love the whole company. Everybody there, we're all friends. We're just growing so big, and so it makes sense for us to be here where it's big, where there's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? We're bigger than them. We're bigger than Trading. We're bigger than everybody for the most part. Only a couple people are bigger than us, so and we're getting bigger every week. So it makes more sense for us to focus our energies here rather than there. For them to grow, to help them grow. We do more here for them than we did over there for them. And freed up that hour of the day for me gives me a lot of time to play Halo because I need to get Onyx today, so Huge, as Diego said, huge thing coming out with My Funded soon. So we're excited about it. In April at 127. Yeah, I think we have like 200 and something now. 220 maybe, 230. Yeah, the channel's getting big pretty quick. That's what we had, like I said, our current marketing team is really good. Yeah, I pulled out of this trade after making a little bit of profit. I don't know, $60 on the micros. So far I'm up $1,300. I think, wait, it's 1560 minus 230. I'm up 1330 today on this. I'm up 8,700 on the challenge account. And I put $400 in one of my TBTs. close out at the same time. So, did I watch the Halo series? Dude, I haven't watched it yet. It's on my list though. I got to sit down and spend some time watching some TV. I'm gonna watch it. Speaking of watching some TV, that made me think of TV saying for Trade of 8, but we don't have Trade of 8 giveaways. We have other giveaways. So I was like, oh, maybe we should do a giveaway. Maybe TV stands for Trading View, and always work on Trading View. Got some Lucid accounts to give away today. Lucid has a very kick-ass daily plan that just came out to be at par with the rest of the big dog dailies. Lucid was one of my favorite experiences as well in props. Had a fantastic time. This is the order of my favorite experiences, by the way. TPT, it's just coincidental. Lucid now has a daily account. They used to have the Flex. They had the Pro. And now they have a daily. They have a daily account, which is at par with TPT's, and my funded daily account is exactly the same. The difference with Lucid's is the price model is slightly different. They come in for the 50K. Like you can have a, wait, this is the DLL. We need a no DLL. Let me put the right one on there. Hold on. I picked the wrong one. Lucid Daily, no DLL, 50K. This guy here. Let's add this to compare. Let's remove the other one. We don't want to look at the DL. Let's put him tit for tat. Okay. The no DLL option on Lucid is $111. It comes in between TPT and my funded price, so it's a very good low price, which is nice. Lower 50K, slightly smaller price. That's the only difference. The thing is with Lucid is that, unlike my funded and TPT, that no matter what size account, 10K is the max you can make in it. All the accounts are 10K. Lucid lets you scale up. I think the biggest account with Lucid, I believe, is a 13K payout on the no DLL 150K, which is here. It allowed, or 12K. Funded is intraday. Yeah, they all are. They all have. Wait. Lucid funded is also intraday, correct? I don't know why it doesn't say that right here. Hey, team. It says end of the day / no DLL. What is this? It doesn't say TDD here. Hey, my team. Is it because it's squished in? Is there more text to that? Let me go to Lucid real quick. Lucid should be, isn't Lucid? See, there's a display bug. Oh, because it's in the name. Oh, okay. End of the day. Hold on. Lucid Daily. End of the day DLL. Why does it say that there? Yeah. So my point is the way the name, guys, on the display on admin, I wouldn't call it this end of the, whoever put end of the day no DLL as the name. Hold on. There are hammers going off in here. Somebody hammered something in? See how this is just rapid 50K, pro 50K? This is the Lucid Daily 50K. I don't know what this is right here. Why it says end of the day / no DLL. This end of the day is confusing. Doesn't need to say that, okay? On team. The name you gave it. That's not the name of the account, right? Look. The name of the account is daily with no DLL, and there's daily with DLL, right? So then just helping people see this. It doesn't need to say the end of the day is redundant there, right? See here? You have end of the day written twice. It's like you don't need to put this here. Lucid Daily is TDD version. and Lucid Daily is end of the day version. But it's a question for you guys on how to display this. See how it's written twice, like TDD, TDD. It's the name of it, right? But the thing is that it's already accounted for here. We don't need to call it that. Maybe is a question. I know there's the 4 variations. You see how it says it there, then it says it there, right? So the daily fundeds are all TDD on Lucid, right? So here is an example, is Lucid daily end of the day on eval, but it's trailing on the fund. I don't think we need to call it this. It's very confusing. It'll be picked up here. This is where we make the distinguishing. So I'd remove end of the day and trailing from the name. This will distinguish the difference between the two. I don't know. Maybe it's a thought. Anyways, the reason I'm saying that is that because over here, it looks like you don't see the word trailing like these other ones do. We need to see that up front. So Lucid, end of the day, is also trailing, right? No, I'm not Eshelaki,
os dedos ficou pra fora.
no, I'm having a conversation with my mods here.
Aonde ele colocou isso branco, eu olhei pra branco, e do pé pra preto, por causa do sol, você tá entendendo? O contraste foi ser horrível.
This to tell you what the eval is like. This to tell you what the funded is like. So the way Lucid's described, the way that it has this / that, it looks like the eval is end of the day and the funded is no DLL, right? And the way that it's shown here with the /, Diego, if you get what I'm saying, the / is confusing because in reality, what this is supposed to show is end of the day / trailing. The other one's supposed to show trailing / trailing, right? But the / makes it look like it's the same notation as here. Whereas this is what's telling you eval versus funded, end of the day trailing, and then the Lucid Daily trailing is trailing and trailing, right? Yeah. So the idea is you probably don't have to put end of the day / DLL. I would just say Lucid Daily, and then in parentheses, maybe you can say DLL, and in parentheses, no DLL, and then /50K, and then / trailing will be focused on there for the option. Yeah. This is a display thing. That way it's less confusing on the compare tab, guys. This is the only reason I said that. This doesn't let you know it does, but it's off to the right if you can't see it. Okay, anyways, Lucid Daily has 4 different options. You can choose trailing drawdown path or end of the day drawdown path for eval. The trailing is also trailing in the funded side. The end of the day is trailing in the funded side as well. You also get 2 options on top of that, DLL and no DLL option. This one I show right here is a Lucid Daily, end of the day eval, trailing funded, which you can't see, it's off the screen, which is the same equivalent to TPT my funded side by side. So fantastic. Like I said, Lucid is by far one of everybody's favorite prop firms out there. Lucid's pretty goated. When you request a payout, it hits your bank account within minutes. It's fast. I made almost 70,000 with Lucid in the 6 weeks I traded with them, and I went live with Lucid, and that's the end of that story. Fantastic program. Like I said, making 70K in just over a month. That's for the 1% of the ultraviolet that gets through the atmosphere. I put in less than 20K to get it, so it's like a 3 to 4x ROI. Really good firm. Okay. Radiation. Yeah. Again, Diego, no, I said parentheses, no dash, nothing like this. I always say Lucid Daily, parentheses, no DLL, not a
Look, I can show you a lot of studies. I'm concerned that there's a problem here, but let me get right to it.
Is it also, just call it the daily as well instead of Lucid Daily. Just put daily.
What you
don't have to put the word lucid. I know, is it called, it's like Lucid Flex, Lucid Pro. Could we make it to where it says Lucid? Anyway, type Lucid in chat, guys. They're all like Lucid Daily, Lucid Direct, Lucid Flex. Just to save space on there, should we just call it Pro, Flex, Direct? I mean, it is. You get what I'm saying? Because what I'm trying to say is that on the compare tab, I want to be able to see the trailing drawdown end of the day. I'm just thinking ahead.
changed the rules, and
You know
it's
what
going
I'm
to
saying?
in 30 years, new ingredients, which they've been using in
like My Finding
Europe.
Futures Rapid. We don't need to say My Finding
way
Futures
better.
Rapid. We can say Rapid. They want to bring John Daly to be the spokesperson from Lucid Dailies. Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right, guys. Like I said, I had a great time with Lucid. I really had a good time with them. They are premier firm. I mean, one of the best for a reason. I got zero bad to say about Lucid, other than AJ needs to get his ass on our show at some point. It's my only complaint. Get him out of his wife's closet for a minute. Come on here and say hey. Bro, Leo will come by and say hey sometime. Those are my boys, so we got to get them out. Come hang out on the show. All right. Y'all ready to go? Y'all ready to go? We got 2 of these dailies to go about. Spin the wheel there. And after all this time, after all the ups and downs, after all the growth that we've had, and all the trolls and all the haters and all the whatever, and all the people that said you couldn't do it in your trading journey and you're doing it now. And all the people that said that we couldn't do it on YouTube and we're doing it now. Because all the stuff that's ever happened, we're still here. Okay. And we'll still be here in 10 years, in 20 years. All right. I have a theory that in the next 3 years, there will be 10 prop firms left. That's it. All these other little ones are going to fall out of business in 10 years or less. Yeah, chop trades. I got your thing, dude. I need to hook you up with the Marketplace email to get you the affiliate thing. Yeah. Send me a refresher email today so it pops the top of my list. I need to catch up with it today. You don't see me working in 20 years? Dude, I love streaming, man. If I got up and just traded by myself, it's so boring. I love streaming. This is so much fun to me. I'll be like 80 years old, dude. I'll be like this close to the screen. I seriously, I'm going to stream until I can't stream anymore. Until my arthritis doesn't let me click a mouse. LOL 42159. Maybe my kiddo will take over. Oh, I don't know. I hope they don't ever become traders. I'm a traditional path. I'm like, I want my kid to go be a surgeon or something. You thought I was 80? My blood pressure thinks I'm 80. So I think the purpose of the slashes is an option. Yeah. So the reason that we call it that, this is, again, I'm talking to my mods about how we display it on the name. It's redundant information. Yeah, you're 100% right on why the slash is there. They didn't do it wrong. I'm just asking them to consider a change so that it shows, because the information's already there. It's Suchi 341.
Suchi.
The information on the option is already written there. It's just redundant to rename it in the title because the title scoots the important information off to the side. So the option we'll talk about in our tech meeting is that you already know there's no DLL because it'll say DLL none. And then it'll say like end of the day, it'll say it here somewhere. Oh, end of the day should be said right here. So this is something that in the back end, like the difference is the way that we do it is we give the account a title, which is here. We give the account a price, and in the back end we flag eval and funded as those types. So this is automated from the back end. So is this, and this is the title. However, what they were doing is they're giving the title this. So what it's doing is it's squeezing all the information off to the side. See how there's like dots here? You can't see what the funded side drawdown is because there's nothing here that says that as well, which either A, you guys can take a note for the beta. If you can do, right, it needs to say it somewhere on here. Here, the relevant information that it's trailing and funded is not anywhere. It doesn't show it. We need to show it somewhere, yeah? So the idea is we need to figure out a way to do that because it's missing the important thing is
Trash.
See, that's a little bit better. My thought is, for you guys, should we move it to a second line or not, right? That's even a lot better. Yeah, thank you, Farina. So that's the idea that I had. It's like now that you make it full screen, you can see that, aha, it's end of the day / trailing. Yeah. And it just has to do with our design. We didn't anticipate having a account name Lucid Direct Daily / no DL end of the day. Kind of takes up all the letters there. Don't it? Okay, that's it. The two of you guys, congratulations, winners. LOL 42,159. How many times you've laughed at my horrible jokes? 42,159. Claimed. Suchi 341. Claimed. Rats. Okay. Good stuff. I want to hear one more song.
Não, você colocar. É o 20, a gente faz as
well, I closed out with mouse dish. Should I long one more time?
Se
Should
não
I
for
short
clara
one more
se
time?
vai
What
ser
should I do here?
só ou se dá pra ser 2. Aí ela até comentou,
Mick Degen is not Farina. No, that's Diego. It thinks a little better. You think, guys? What do you think? But I think we have to put like, it might be such that if one of the accounts has a really long name like that, we might need to put that relevant information in its own line. Maybe somewhere. I don't know. All right, giveaway over. Farina's the ballerina. Small day today. So between the accounts, what is this? 90, 93, plus 13. So like 10,000. It's $10,000 day. I mean, it's not. That's. I mean, it's money. Nothing like super like whoa exciting, but still decent. It's a good day. Could have been a more disastrous day. I think here again, long MHP. I thought about it, but that negative ARB scared me off of it, and for right reason, right? When I closed out the trade and it fell right back down to there, ARB failed second time negative with all negative. I just closed out, but I had its earnings. Now we kind of rallied up off of that. Nvidia kind of like same thing, as pushing higher. Nvidia has earnings, and I think honestly, guys, I really think that. Which is the 27th, I think. I think this is going to be the biggest decision day of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that once Nvidia has its earnings, we're going to have a big response to that, right? Nvidia being like the godfather of the tech industry and the godfather of the chip world. What if Nvidia comes in as a huge miss or a huge beat? That's going to be it that breaks us. And honestly, with the way things have been trading across the board, I'd want to bet that with Nvidia, I would just want to long into it. And then if it dips, buy that dip, because that's the last dip we're going to get. And everything else came through beating expectation. So it's good to assume that Nvidia might do the same, but even if Nvidia dives, why would everyone else dive if their forward guidance all looks so good, you know? So I'm like, with Nvidia, my thought would be, okay, let me just be long into it. And if it dips, just add more. Like if Nvidia, like I said, if I had like a $10,000, I'd put $5,000 in Nvidia, and if it fell to 180, I'd put $5,000 more in. Like, I don't know. What's the magnitude of the expected range here? Like, Nvidia earnings aren't going to take it down to 180 in a single day. That's for damn sure. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's the 26th, sorry, when the big earnings are coming up. Yo, what's up? Hi, Minded member for 1 month. Hello, welcome. Welcome, congratulations for your 1 month membership. Choppy day, no news, Monday vibes. Yep, that's that kind of day. That kind of day today. If you made 1,000 a day, you'd be over the freaking moon, let alone 10K. Aspire to get to half your level, Matt. Oh, well, you know, that would be stop being a pussy and get in. You know, that's kind of like the whole April vibe. Just shut up and get in. I'm not getting that shut up and get in vibe. I'm getting that this market is confused until Nvidia earnings vibe. For whatever the case may be, we've got a bunch of things lining up. You got the Iran situation, which is causing daily struggle, and that's been causing daily struggle since here. We got that. We've got interest rates, FOMC shifting wildly, and now it's not even wild in a grand scheme of things. There was a time before the last Fed meeting where there was a probability of 3 rate hikes before next year. Now it's changed to 2, and now the probability of 1 rate hike moved from next meeting until December. Like the slight dip in CPI of like 1/10 of a point, traders freaked out and they're like, oh, that's only 2 rate hikes instead of 1, and that's 3 extra months until we get the next one. Like traders are that sensitive to any kind of news. So Iran, FOMC, you know, that's decent. GDP is up, CPI is down, jobs market's decent. Now the overall non-farms are trending down, which I say decent, that's relative. There's fewer and fewer non-farms now than every single quarter it dives and dives and dives and dives. Historically low participation rate, the jobs market, and non-farms just getting lower and lower and lower. And 3 times this year, the non-farm growth on the month-to-month was negative. And there's been no time in my trading career you've had 3 negative non-farm growths outside of a market crash ever. Like ever. So 3 this year is alarming. A lot of that was government jobs. But still, that's kind of weird. And I think that's just the paradigm of AI, you know, making the world more efficient. Companies are, as a matter of fact, companies beating earnings expectation with non-farms going down spell out only that as the potential. Hi, mine, it's at 5. Day trading with Matt and memberships. Wow, thank you so much for the donation, brother. Wins, Sam, Peter, Ty, Teddy Graham, and Hetties. Congratulations for your wins there. You guys, when y'all have that green text, you enter the giveaway 3 times. Each time you, each giveaway, you get 3 entries into it. But anyways, yeah. So right now, oh, there's one more thing I'm missing. Iran. Rate hikes. What else am I missing? Oh, that was it. Non-farms. Oh yeah, Trump. Trump's all. Well, yeah. Trump's creating a lot of dynamic. But like right now, this doesn't feel like a shut up and just get in. Like, you know, just shut up and get in. Just shut the fuck up and get in. Like that's what that felt like. Kyle, been a member of 7 months. Yay! Guys, this feels a little different than April. This just feels like this. Chop and drop and chop and drop and chop and drop. I feel, chat, that this is going to trade up to highs, but it's going to trade to highs like this. I think that we're rolling out like it's a normal bull market, right? Like this. I don't think this is a, you know, generational wealth there. Which I'm not eager to buy options here because, you know, it's going to roll up the whole way and I'm going to lose a lot of theta along the way. So the point is that any big dips, maybe I'll buy options just to barely break out of the range, sort of thing like that. In a 6-week period, that's my trade. But a normal bull market rolls like this, right? And so I think it's going to be more like that. A lot of this, like this, and like this, just like that. I don't think we're coming down anymore for a bigger drop. I don't think this is going to fade out here. I think this is like this kind of V shape like this, just sort of like rolls its way higher and higher and higher. The one thing we didn't have, though, is your first correction on the dead cat bounce week, which was here and here. We haven't had a correction off of that to confirm, so that's good. So normally when you don't have that, your brain locks in this level as a stair step going higher, and then you sort of break highs, return the support. Break highs, return the support. Things like that. And again, I think we're going to fight this 31 level all till the rest of this year. It'll be like January of next year, maybe we're breaking out of it. I don't think we're doing this in like this week. Now, Oh, NVIDIA earnings. That's the last thing. Sorry. I know it's reading something. NVIDIA earnings, which is right here. NVIDIA earnings could be the make or break to trigger a bigger move, right? So it all hinges on that. So I don't know, guys. But does it feel like in April to you guys? Japan carry trade? I mean, yeah, also, but I think that this market, when the market has an agenda where it's just so driven on tech bubble hype, yet so sensitive to like Iran news, it's all sensitive to one thing. It's like the internet all over again. It's like 1999, 1998, 2000. It feels just like that. It's like any hint that the internet, like, there's an outage, right? You imagine in 1999 that, you know, your whatever telecom company has an outage for one day, that you probably had a one-day crash in all tech companies, all internet companies, you know? Imagine this trading is just like that. Any blockading of transportation lanes for shipping chips, and all the chip companies fall 6%, 10%. Just like that, just like 2000s. When things are fueling on hype with utility, like the difference 2000 had like no utility yet, but now we do. I mean, they're using chips for stuff, and it wasn't like the internet was just like a big promise that couldn't really do what it promised to do yet. That made the bubble a little more unstable. And I think like the news trading at that time would have been much worse. I wasn't trading back then. I can only assume, you know, like Congress has regulation that may slow down the growth of the internet, and you get like 10% drop days in stocks for a day, you know, like, you know, who knows? Like, I feel like it'd be like much worse back then than here. But you also didn't have Trump instigating a bunch of crap at the same time. Yeah. It was so much slower, according to John. There you go. There wasn't as much, well, there also wasn't as much retail trading too, making the market whipsaw as much either, right? 2000s didn't have retail traders for the most part. It was all brokers at that time. You could actually trade it. Yeah, I mean, you could. You just didn't have, you know, you didn't have like E-Trade in 1997, you know. You could trade it through your brokerage or through your bank or whatever. Yes, sir. I'd like to buy 200 shares of Microsoft, please. Oh, yes, sir. All right, we got that order filled for you. Anything else you need? No, thank you. Thank you for calling Charles Schwab. I don't remember when Thinkorswim came out. It was the early 2000s, right? There was liquidity and no gaps. Much cleaner and much slower than. Ah, very nice. Wall Street prop firms, too? Oh, yeah. Okay. But I think like this is like, reminds me a lot like that, but I think that this is less of a bubble and more of a paradigm shift. I don't think this is a bubble at all. I think that the balloon just started blowing up, and people are like trying to say maybe it's a bubble, but remember, bubbles have exuberant stupidity that fuel them to like expand, and they get bigger and they get bigger and get bigger. Like, how many clowns can we shove into this car? Oh my God, there's like 50 people in here at the circus, you know? And it's like, you got to see that crazy level to where, you know, your grandma's asking you, should I buy some of those AI chip companies, Sonny, with my retirement? And you're like, oh, Grandma, how'd you know? Oh, I saw it on the Facebook earlier. Mabel bought some for her grandkids. And you're like, yep, that's the top. You know, that's where the top is finally in. Not when, like, you know, retail schmucks like us are buying and selling this shit. It's like, you know, once that friend of yours from high school reaching out saying, hey, you're the trader. Yeah, I follow you on Facebook. Yeah, I see your picture, your trades. I got a question, man. I'm kind of wanting to get in on this NFT thing. What do you think? And you're like, yep, that's the top. That's it. That's the end. When people from high school are reaching out on Facebook, you're pretty much close. I mean, your grandma's asking for stock tips, then the bubble's about to pop. So once you know, it hasn't fully hit the headlines for every single person in the world yet. It's still an enthusiast thing for traders. So the bubble, I don't think has even started blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Should I start buying gold, Sonny? You're like, as a matter of fact, Grandma, thank you for asking. I'm gonna go sell though. But yeah, no, you shouldn't buy gold, and neither should I. Thank you for the early warning side, Granny. I'm out. Wait, but I thought it's at the high and it's gonna keep going. No, Grandma, no. It's no, this is the top. Well, how do you know? I just know. I love you, Grandma. We'll see you at Christmas, okay? I just know. This is the exact top. You will be the last buyer. Oh, you always want an old person to call you Sonny, but it never happened. It'll happen. You sit here long enough, I'll start calling people Sonny in like 30 years when I'm still streaming. I'm gonna stream until I can't do it anymore. I think it's fun. I love streaming. So much fun. All right, guys. Do I just like fucking ape into it or what? Like it's not selling off. That's the thing. Should I just go for it with a mini or what? Like I'm like maybe I should go for it. Maybe I should take the bet anyways. Like, why not? How about the challenge account too? Let's go for it. Like, let me just make a bet that we're not crashing. An end of the day rally. ARB is negative, but it's not breaking MHP even after this last flush we just had. I should visit my grandma more often. She's treasure. My grandmas were awesome. Both of them were awesome. They're not around anymore, but they were both pretty awesome. Actually, none of my grandparents are around anymore. You're gonna short MHP. That's the thing. It's a tight squeeze. I'm either right big or I'm wrong small. So, yo, what? Hayden Pantier passed away. As I did this stream, but that's crazy. Who's Hayden Pantier? Who is that? An actress? From Heroes? Okay, I never watched Heroes. In Nashville? I never watched Nashville. Yeah, I need to catch up on my TV shows. The white girl from Ice Princess. I don't know what this is. Oh, young actress. Oh, that's sad. How young was she? I never got to watch Heroes. Maybe I watched like one episode one time when it first came on. She was 36. And she OD'd? Oh shit. That's not good. Not today? She doesn't remember the Titans. Never saw the Titans. What the heck? Actually never saw that movie either. As much movies and TV shows I watch, I've never seen any of those. You don't have a TV? The only TV you have is Trading View? That's funny. A few months back, she tried to expose some certain folks. Oh, it's one of those things. Oh, like a Hollywood conspiracy thing, like the Illuminati stuff. She was in the Bring It On movie series. In the Bring It Ons? Okay. The cheerleader movie, right? She was in Malcolm in the Middle? Really? The old one or the new one? Wait, who was she in Malcolm in the Middle? She was Jessica. Oh, okay. The babysitter. No shit. Oh, that's her. Okay, I'm looking her up right now. Yeah, okay, I remember that. The one with the crazy hair. She's the one with the crazy hair. I remember Malcolm in the Middle. Wow, she was on like a couple episodes back then. How have I not seen I Love You, Beth Cooper? I haven't seen that either. What the heck? Like it's like I've like my subconscious collectively decided to avoid every single thing this girl has been in. Wait, poor Kyle was question banished to the subject. Wait, yeah, Kyle. Wait, what did Kyle say? Hold on. Was I supposed to ask you when are you buying that garage lot for your car so you can move out and live inside the PropScore server rack? Put PropScore server rack there also. This is true, and we can definitely do that. It doesn't finish construction until January. So I am
Nossa,
right
como
now
que ele
deciding on if
tinha uma
I'm
hora que dava
buying
uma
one
travada,
or two of
só que
those things.
aí ele falava tudo que ficou pra trás, entendeu? Ele não pulava a história.
I gotta make a decision soon because
Parava um pouco pra pensar quando eu escrevia
they're
pedido.
holding them for both of them for me. My friend, who's the real estate agent, for it,
Just 1 hour, 2 hours.
is
I'll
doing a
trail my
favor for me. He's
position.
holding
Melhor.
for
I'd
me
be mid awesome.
without a deposit just yet. He's like, I'll hold them for you, bro. Whatever you want.
What the mom? What up?
Até
I think I need to like do the right thing and commit to one so I can sell the other one. But the idea is, I don't know if I want one or two.
eu peguei e pedi pro chat melhorar o meu
Each one of
print.
them's about 1,000
Why
square
don't you
feet.
try to do that short? It's 'cause I'm not looking for
Você
a
acha?
huge
Você acha
trade.
que tá
We
muito
have a
falso?
27.8 turn in 5 minutes.
Plus
I'm not looking
like
for huge
300 square feet of loft space. So the 1,000 square feet would be combination office plus car storage. And I think you could store, each one of them can store, I think,
Did you take
comfortably
trade? Yeah,
4
I literally-
cars.
Everyone
So I
here on
think
stream,
like the
when
two
I
of them
hopped on,
together
saw
can
me in the
store
short,
8. I don't know if I
taking short
want
from IBI.
2 for car. I don't have that many cars. I only have,
Saw me take
I'm
the
about to
short
have
from
a 5th
IBI.
car, and that's probably it for a while. But
There are times where I have
the other
gotten
space I
from
can use for
IBI
office
to
space, depending on how
IBLO.
many people I'm going to need. So at least now one, yeah, at least now one. Props to our loyalty program. Our head of development is on a
But I don't. That's
6-week
not. I don't really
leave
go for that.
to go get
You know what I
married
mean? It's not
and
my
honeymoon and
it's
all.
not my
It's not finished yet. He left us to go get married. Who does he think he is?
Katie. I just answered you. I said,
Your
yeah, I took the trade.
personal life and your
from
marriage can wait
IBI.
until this loyalty program's out. He didn't. I guess family
Ficou
first.
resolvido e tá tudo certo da
Trail
viagem.
ideas.
Pra
We're still
pra
balanced. The high and low and
Congratulations
midpoint
to
of the
the
first
dude. It's
hour.
a big step in his life.
Vamos
Very
falar
excited.
então.
You park your motorcycle in the garage. Yeah, you could probably put a couple motorcycles in there at the front end of the lofts. You want me to show you what it looks like? Let me show you all real quick. So I'm buying 2 of these condos. They're called car condos. I may be buying 2. I'm gonna build some office space there.
E continuo achando a melhor.
How do I open this up? Let me just download this.